What up, what up? It's your boy, Georgie350, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Once Upon a 785. Available now wherever you listen to podcasts, bitch. And if you're listening, I'd like to say you fucking rock, and I appreciate the shit out of you. And if you fuck with us and you think the show is worth a fuck, go ahead and leave a review or a like on whatever platform you listen on, just because it helps the algorithm find more badass motherfuckers like yourself who might enjoy it too. But never feel obligated to leave a review or feel obligated to do anything. Just enjoy the show. What up? What up? It's your boy, Georgie350. And at the time of this recording, it is November 16th, 2022. And the time will most likely be none of your business. And hope everyone has had a fantastic couple of weeks. I would like to welcome you to episode number 9, MEOW WOLF, part 2. I should have brought my fishing pole. Now, if you're kind of wondering, what the fuck is he talking about? Trust me, you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's just go ahead and let's get right into it. So, last time, I told you about my experience at the convergence station, MEOW WOLF, Denver, Colorado, which I still give 10 out of 10. It was a fucking awesome, awesome place. I still highly recommend everybody and their dog go. I mean, kid friendly, everything friendly. It was fucking awesome. But there is a part 2. And I mean, I already told you everything I could pretty much about my experience at MEOW WOLF and all that. But there is another part to the whole MEOW WOLF experience that I'm getting ready to tell you about. But before I drop that bomb on you, let's go ahead and just get a quick ad out of the way. We'll be right back. And we're back. All right, so fuck it. Let's get right into this shit. MEOW WOLF, part 2. So here's what happened. The reason I went to MEOW WOLF, I was on said dating app. I do believe it was Tinder or some shit. And I'm talking to this girl, and, whatever, mentions MEOW WOLF. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm down. The whole time, didn't really think nothing, but looking back at it, there was plenty of signs that I should have questioned more. Because, yeah, I don't know if you would call it. Yeah, I'll call it how I see it. I got catfish like a motherfucker. And not catfish as in like they used a photo that wasn't them. No, they used photos that were them, but it goes against everything that I know to look out for. No full body shots, none of that. The right angles. If you're familiar with Above the Bodega, my episode with my friend, he's the one that taught me and told me about SIFs, SIFs, secret internet fatties. And I'm not saying this to be in any kind of disrespectful way, but because if I could, I would go back and do the Meow Wolf trip all over again because it was a good experience. And I have nothing against the girl except I felt like I was lied to. I was lied to. I don't feel like that. I was lied to. And the fact that I'm pretty sure they knew they were lying to me and they did it anyway. That's what pisses me off the most, you know? And side note, they said they were always honest. Yeah. Honest about everything except that. Now, I went to the old Urban Dictionary just to kind of give you an idea of what they say a SIF or a secret internet fatty is. And, side note, I am not saying said person was fat by any means, but I am saying they were not as described. Okay? Now, SIFs, they post photos of themselves on social networking sites, mostly dating apps, but also Facebook, whatever the fuck social network they're on. And they purposely take the pictures as to disguise their weight or, you know, and some examples of these kind of pictures would be like close ups of the head or face shots only, extremely high or overhead camera angles. I'm exposing you, you SIFs. They also do low key lighting, and sometimes they might actually fucking manipulate the images, you know? And they often show hella cleavage, or, you know, they just show titties as a secondary deception because most dudes stare at tits like they're going out of style. Most of the time, they're not even going to think twice about if the chick with the big titties is big or not. Um, and see, that's the thing is like, it's always bothered me if you have Snapchat and you have a Bitmoji and they have the option on there to make your Bitmoji look exactly like you pretty much. If you aren't super duper skinny or even relatively skinny, why the fuck would you have your Snapchat Bitmoji be like that? I mean, you got the pictures on the dating sites that hide it. Then you got the Bitmoji making it seem like, my Bitmoji would be totally down because that's more like my style. Now, I have no problem with any kind of women. I love all women, but I don't care who you are or what the fuck anybody says. Everybody has a specific type. You feel me? Not everybody wants to get with everybody. You cannot tell me that is true. Some people might, not me. I got standards. I got preferences, if you will. When I said I loved a fat ass and thick thighs, that is not what I meant by any means. But I know they know that when I drove all the fucking way to their house to pick their ass up and they came around the corner and I seen them for the first time and I was like, God damn it! In my head. Not out loud. But I was just like, motherfucker, you gotta be kidding me. Fuck. God damn it. Well, fuck it, I guess. Because, what do I do? Oh, no, sorry. This isn't going to work. We're not going to take this trip. They bought the Airbnb. I bought the tickets. It was a whole thing. And I don't know how they couldn't tell that I was super upset the whole time. Like, I don't know if they think that through all this texting and shit that people will look past the fact that you lied to them in the first place and they're going to love you for who you are and your personality. Well, when you say you're always honest, but you're not and you're a liar, I don't know who could look past a liar. That's what bothers me. I think if you're not comfortable with the way you look, then try to do something to change that. And it's not going to happen overnight. And I do get some people are fucked because of their DNA. I understand that. But don't lie about it. Okay? Don't lie about it. If you're big, embrace that shit. There's someone that's going to like you for who you are. But I can guarantee you no one's going to like you when you're a fucking liar. Point, period, blank. That's just how I feel. So, back to the shit. Back to the story. I pick them up, and this is all the way in bumfuck, wherever the fuck, Kansas. And we're going all the way to Denver. Car ride. And I had to sit the whole way and think, like, motherfucker, I can't believe this. And, I tried, I kicked it, I can say that, overall, they weren't a bad person at all. They would have been a lot cooler had they not lied to me. I can look past a lot of shit, but I can't look past the lie. But still, I still would not go on that trip. I fucking had a blast at MEOW WOLF. And the only way I could have had this experience happen is with this person. But it just sucks that they had to lie to me in the first place. Because, yeah, it's fucked up. It's not right. You can't do that to people at all. Because I could tell they were vibing with me and I was totally not wanting to vibe with them. I was not into them. And it was a lot to do with the fact all I could think about was like, you fucking lied to me. What the fuck? Nothing is worse than it's like it's being led on. I was led on to believe this person was a certain type of way. And then, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm excited. And then come to find out, not as advertised. Nothing like advertised. And I had to go all the way to Denver, stay in an Airbnb in the same bed. And it was uncomfortable. Honestly, that was the worst part of the whole thing was just the awkward vibe of, I don't know, I slept fully clothed above the covers with my hoodie up. I wasn't feeling it, There was no way anything. It was a trip with a person. It was not a first date. None of that. It was an eye-opening experience in a lot of ways. A, MEOW WOLF was an eye-opening experience. B, fucking do not trust anybody you meet on the internet. And if they don't got a full body shot, fuck it, You should FaceTime, fucking video chat. And if you're big, embrace that shit. Because I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people can look past a lot of things. And I've probably said this 1,000 times this episode. But nobody wants a fucking liar. Especially when they lie about stupid shit. I mean, I don't know if that'd be like me going around and telling people that I was fucking 6'4", you know? And then they meet me and they're like, what the fuck? You're not 6'4", you're like 5'8.5". And it's like, oh, yep, yep, that's my bad. I didn't think you'd talk to me if I said I was 5'8", so I said I was 6'4". Or, saying if someone says they have a huge schlong and they don't, and then, they're getting ready and they're like, what the fuck? This ain't, it's like, oh, yeah, I said that because I didn't think you wouldn't want to talk to me if I hadn't said that. I mean, it goes both ways. Everybody lies about dumb shit. Not everybody, but some people do. But I'm just saying it's fucking dumb. It's old. And if people are really trying to find someone, then being honest in the first fucking place is the best thing you could fucking do. But fucking side note, let's have a little positive time. Here's a positive ad from our most badass sponsor. Speaking of badass, did you know the Midwest Speciosa is doing $100 kilos out the door, tax included? You can mix and match up to 4 different kinds of kratom, up to a kilo, and only pay $100. You like multiple kilos? Me too. Same deal, tax included. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets. The cheaper it gets, the more you can get. I don't know, you know what I'm saying. Midwest Speciosa, LLC, plants over prescriptions. We got the keys. Yay! All right, and we're back. And I would just like to clarify again that I have nothing against any type of people. Big, small, black, white, brown, orange, green. If you're a banana, it doesn't matter to me. I believe in the freedom to be and do whatever the fuck you want. But don't be a liar. So, with that being said, maybe I shouldn't have used the word sif, but everywhere I looked for the definition of catfishing, they were always saying that it was when you use somebody else's picture. But I think no matter what, if you are not telling the truth about what you really look like or any of that, then you are catfishing. And I was looking on the wonderful world of Reddit, and these people were talking about how you reacted to SIFs. And pretty much everybody said that if you just post your pictures and put it in your profile, and people can clearly see that you are who you are and you look what you look like, and you're not trying to fucking hide shit, then if they still talk to you and then you meet them in person and then they want to act like they're mad, that's on them because it was clearly as advertised. If you say BBW or, I have a few extra pounds, but I'm still, whatever. I've seen some really good bios from some, a bigger girl with confidence, I think, is way more attractive than any kind of girl that's a liar. People are attracted to confidence. And if you don't got confidence, then you just need to figure out what you need to do to give yourself some confidence. Because lying to people and then getting upset when they feel some type of way isn't going to help at all. You know, it makes me feel bad for having to do this, but god damn it, it pisses me off. And I'm sure it probably makes the other person feel some type of way because of the way I feel about the whole situation. But I didn't lie about fucking anything. And you don't have to just lie about your weight, your height, your actual fucking personality. I know people that lie about the fact that they got fucking kids, multiple kids, and have no custody of any of them. Or some of them, they even do have custody. But they're on these dating apps acting like they ain't got no kids. Bitch, who you fooling? And dude, who the fuck is anyone fooling? If you don't got kids, then this doesn't pertain to you. But if you do have kids and you're not posting that in your, you know, your relationship bios, your dating app profiles, which if you're in there for just, one and done, one night stands, then by all means, you don't have to fucking know that person's life story. You don't have to know shit about them except you guys are going to hit it and quit it, and that's about it. But I mean, sometimes friends with benefits, you're friends. So, whatever that may be, that's not as exclusive. But if you're legit trying to find quote unquote love on some dating app, then your best bet is to fucking be 100% positive. They all said on this Reddit page that you need to post current pictures also. That was another thing. These pictures weren't current. I could guarantee you they weren't fucking current. All my pictures are current. I mean, some people have big noses, and this one girl said that was the first thing she put on the what the fuck's it called? In the people notice about me section. She put she had a big nose. And, someone commented and said they know someone who's really into that. Chicks with big noses. And they said they've actually heard that before and they find it kind of odd. But, whatever the fuck you look like, there's most likely someone that's into that. Except for liars. I don't know of any category where people are into liars. But I know a shitload of people, guys and girls. But me being a guy, I know the majority of them are females who do all sorts of shit to hide their actual attributes, if you will. Wearing hoodies all the fucking time. It's a tall tale sign. They wear hoodies all the time and they look bad as fuck, but then you see them at the swimming pool and you're like, damn, what the fuck? That's what the hoodie had hiding up underneath. And the whole just showing their face and their titties, that's the most tall tale sign. Because I don't care one bit about tits if that's what you think your main attribute is or your best quality is. Because most of the time, if you got to lie about anything, then your personality is shit. And there's people that lie about their personalities. They take on a whole different persona on these dating apps and they make it seem like they're this type of person who they're really fucking not. When I had dating apps, I legit put, I had 3 fucking kids. I put that I had a normal job. I put that I started my own business. I didn't say that I was a fucking multi-millionaire fucking doing some crazy shit. No. I started a creating business. That's it. And I said, go check out my motherfucking podcast. Because I have a podcast. It may not be much of one, but god damn it, I'm still not lying. And plus, I just feel like whoever the fuck listens to this, you need to tell someone to tell someone to tell that person to stop fucking lying about who they fucking are. If you are big, if you're ugly, if you're whatever the fuck, just embrace it. I've accepted a long time ago that the way I look is the way I look, and that's the way I'm gonna be. So if you don't like me for me, then fuck you. I don't need you. Get the fuck out of my face. I may think that, there's some things about me that I wish was different, but for the most part, I don't give a fuck what people think about me, you know? Because catfishing is, I was reading, is actually a type of fucking cyber. I don't know if they said cyber crime or cyber bullying. Um, well, I guess that's more of a when they're always asking for money. So yeah, that's not this type of catfishing. They didn't ask for no money, but totally was totally led on. That was totally the downfall of my whole Meow Wolf experience. Was that not that I had to do my whole Meow Wolf experience with a SIF, quote unquote, or, a catfish, you know. I did it with a liar. Period, point, plain and simple. I had to do this whole experience with a liar. And that sucked, the whole time I'm trying to have fun and I just in the back of my mind I'm thinking like, man, how the fuck. And side note, not to get sidetracked, they said they listened to every single one of my episodes of my podcasts. And if that is true, then they should know that that's something I got beef with, is people who fucking lie about how they really look and who they really are. So I guess what I'm trying to say is embrace who you are. And if someone doesn't like you for you, then fuck that person. Okay? You don't need them anyway. But don't get mad at someone if you led them on thinking you were a certain type of way. And when they find out and meet you and you're really not, and they're mad, you're not the victim. The person who you led on and lied to is the victim, you know? And I mean, said person, if they would have told me from the get who they really were, I probably wouldn't even have took this Meow Wolf trip, if I'm being honest with you. Because I would have never have swiped that way in the first fucking place. So I'd like to think that I had to have this experience happen just for me to be able to talk about this on this here podcast so that maybe I can try to shed some light on the situation. I don't even know if that's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to help someone else from not having what happened to me happen to them. Because it's not like it was a fucking horrible deal, but it definitely wasn't a fucking great deal. And it definitely was not an ideal deal. I mean, it was fucked up, you know? And to conclude the whole thing, when I'm dropping them off, they said that their biggest regret was not trying to kiss me. And I'm like, fuck me. Are you serious? And I was like, oh man, I don't even know what to fucking say to this. And I was like, this is kind of awkward and I apologize now, but which gas station did you say was still open in town? Because I'm not going to lie, I have to take a shit. And I bounced. Because A, I did all the fucking driving to and from. I was tired. It was a Sunday. I had to work the next day. And it was like fucking 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And they asked me if I wanted to come hang out inside. Are you fucking serious? No. I am ready to drop your lying ass off and go the fuck home. Because, yeah, I had a good time. And had they not lied to me, it would have been I would have had a totally different opinion of them. But, you know, if you know what you're doing, don't do it. Love yourself. Embrace who you are. I'm not trying to put anybody down, but I'm just trying to say I'm not down with being lied to. I'm not down with false information, false advertisement. You know, be who you are. And if people don't like it, fuck them. But if you lie about who you are, then fuck you. And I feel like that's pretty much my free talk and everything all wrapped up into one ending. I just kind of busted this out because I was like, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to be able to talk about this for that long because, I mean, it doesn't take that long to explain that I got fucking catfished on Tinder by someone, drove all the way to where they live, which was way fucking out of the way, picked them up, realized after I'd got there, fuck! They fucking lied to me, drove all the way to Denver, went to MEOW WOLF, stayed overnight, and then had to drive all the way back. So, yeah, that was a shitty thing. That aspect of it. But that's all I want to say. Is, don't do that. Don't be shitty. Don't lie. But I think I'm going to say fuck it. I'm going to wrap this bitch up. So, I am your host, Georgie350. I would like to thank you for listening to episode number 9, MEOW WOLF, part 2. I should have brought my fishing pole. This is the dopest podcast in the Midwest. And, as always, hit him with the outro, bitch.
Middle of the map, can't swear I'm at. You can say I'm whack, it's just not a fact. Can't tell if I'm awake or I'm in a dream. I just know I'm geeked on amphetamines. Never was a habit, now I gotta have it. Never was a fiend, now I am an addict.